Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about some new quests that were added into the White Springs Refuge courtesy of the Pitt update. They're relatively easy to do and actually kind of fun in some instances, so I'm going to show you a few of those right now. When you make it to the White Springs Refuge and you're doing your ultrasonic battery quests, these quests are actually on the side of those quests. They have nothing to do with the battery quests. And when you complete these NPC quests, they'll give you a little bit of XP and caps for your pocket, but little else. Don't let the lack of compensation for doing these quests keep you from doing them, because they're actually pretty fun to do. I've included 10 in this video, but I would say there's probably a lot more, at least 15 to 20. In the beginning, when I started working on the PTS for the Pitt update, I just didn't hit the record on doing these quests. So if you run across something new that's not mentioned in this video, then post it down in the comments so everybody will know. The last thing I want to mention is that some of these quests require a camera. Here's a link to how to get a camera so you can take photos with it. In this video, it should show you where to go for the ProSnap Deluxe camera, as well as some of the modifications and how to put it together. And here we go. In no particular order, we have the Awkward Refugee. When you're greeted by the Awkward Refugee, they'll basically ask you to go to certain places inside the White Springs to take pictures of other NPCs. If you follow the dialogue tree down for the Awkward Refugee, you'll find that they are a complete fanatic of all the NPCs there inside the White Springs. So what they're asking you to do is kind of on the creepy side, so you can kind of make the decision to whether you want to do this quest or not, and still end up getting the completion for the quest. The next quest is going to be for the dentist, and the dentist was actually kind of fun to do. Unfortunately, I only saw it one time, and I'm glad I got the footage when I did. When you run into the dentist, they'll ask you if you would go out and find and repair their assaultron assistant. Once you find the assaultron assistant, it might require some scrap to get it up and going, but once it's going, some of the phrases it says is pretty stinking funny. Next, we have the surprise birthday party. In this quest, you'll run across a group of folks that are looking to throw a surprise birthday party for another refugee inside the White Springs. Creepy enough, there's a clown standing with this group of folks, and he's kind of spinning a knife around in his hand. The party throwers will ask you to go out and find the person they're going to be throwing the party for and just kind of check up on them. Anyway, if you stumble upon this quest, talk to the clown. It's pretty funny. Now you'll have the enthusiastic collector. And I guess now would be a good time to say that all these NPCs are randomly generated, so it's not going to be the same NPC every time. With the enthusiastic collector, they'll talk about pre-war high school and some of the stuff that we always hated in high school. Once you finish up your dialogue with the collector, they'll send you out to collect something that is, high school related. The times that I did this quest, I had to find a football uniform and then maybe a baseball glove. Now we're going to switch over to the responder janitors, which two janitors are actually fighting about how to dispose of garbage for the White Springs. You won't have to go very far with this particular quest. You'll just have to follow the dialogue tree down and make a decision with the janitors. This next one is the desperate refugee, or affectionately I call it Rusty. You'll speak with the desperate refugee, where they'll basically tell you that they found a robot in the White Springs and ended up shoving a holotape into the robot, essentially shutting the robot down, and now they're afraid that they're going to be evicted or kicked out of the White Springs Refuge. They'll send you out to find the robot, retrieve the holotape that they just so happen to shove into one of its orifices. I had such a hard time saying that with a straight face. Next, you're going to have the responder recruiter. This is another dialogue quest. An NPC will be talking to the responder recruiter, ultimately wanting to join the responders. You'll have to help them decide whether the person that they're talking to is worthy enough or capable enough to join the responders. Another fun one to do is going to be with the Novice Inventor. When you speak to the Novice Inventor, they'll tell you that they've rewired a robot there in the White Springs to do makeovers, but something has gone horribly wrong and now it's like doing crazy stuff. You got to go figure out what it's doing and how to fix it. Good luck. Now we have the frustrated nurse. When you approach and talk to the frustrated nurse, ultimately she's frustrated because people are walking off with the magazines and leaving them all around the White Springs. They will task you to walk around the White Springs to find whatever magazine they're looking for. At that point, you'll just return it back to the frustrated nurse, where they'll still be frustrated. The last quest I'm going to throw in here is the Creative Patriot, and you'll definitely know when you've got this quest because there's not any other NPC that I've ever seen outside of Smiley to dress just like this person does. With the Creative Patriot, they'll want you to go somewhere inside the White Springs and take a picture of something, and then once you take that picture, you'll come back to the Creative Patriot to turn it into them. And that's going to be 10 random quests that you're going to be able to do inside of the White Springs, and there's no telling how many more are going to be out there. If this video was any help to you, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up, or if you're stuck somewhere, have some questions, post it down there in the comment section. I or someone else might be able to assist you. And if you're not already subscribed subscribe to the Naked Vault Dweller YouTube channel, then, do me the honor. Anyway, that's going to be it for random quests inside the White Springs. I look forward to seeing you guys in Appalachia. Love you, bye. Becoming a Blood Eagle was one of the best things I ever did. Before we forget, just want to send out a special thanks for all these great people that helped make this video come together. I figured you'd probably say something about me smoking so close to this explosive canister. Don't worry, it's totally...